Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. Milan against Roma. What a game. What a game to bounce back. What a game to try and react. Because I'll tell you what do you do when an ice cube starts melting? What you do is you put it back in the freezer to avoid it melting. And this is one of those games. We need to avoid the ice cube melting more and more and more into becoming water. And by doing this, we're going to place this ice cube in the freezer to consolidate it, to let it grow again, and to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. In other words, what I'm trying to say, using weird analysis and monologues, is a big team reacts by reacting. This is what a big team does. A big team with a good mentality today will fight, today needs to fight, and needs to hope for the best when it comes to the result. It's a very complicated game. We've discussed about this in the match preview. A lot of surprises in that lineup. But look, hey, what can we say? We have to play today. We have to face them. And we have to show that we are more united than them. Maybe we're not better than them, but we have to show that we have to show that we're compact and that we haven't dissolved like sugar in water. That's what the most important thing today. But what a game! I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm a bit scared. I ain't gonna lie, especially because looking at that lineup. And I'm speaking about Milan's lineup. It's scary. They have a very offensive lineup. Leao, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Giroud. All of them are starting. Reinders, very interesting midfielder. He's starting too. And then you look at our lineup and you look at the defenders, which need to mark all of these players. And it just doesn't link well. Christensen, Mancini and Llorente don't convince me. They haven't convinced me in that Cremonese game. They haven't convinced me in the derby. They haven't convinced me against Atalanta. And I'm not sure if they will convince me today in the temple of Italian football, San Siro, against a team which, won the league 2 years ago. Very complicated fixture, but what can we do? We can only wish for the best, and we can only hope for the best. That's what's going to happen today. But look, a lot of teams lost points. Bologna lost points. Fiorentina lost points. Lazio didn't lose points. Lazio looks like Lazio is back. That derby definitely helps with their momentum. They did play some easy fixtures. In these next 6 games, Lazio are going to play Milan, Atalanta, Napoli, Inter. So they could fall off a bit. It's time to make ourselves loud in this league table. And it's time to, gain some meters on Bologna, on Fiorentina, and even on Lazio themselves, because it's the second half of the season, and we definitely need a reaction when it comes to the league. It's Pioli against Mourinho. One of them will obviously be on the bench. The other one will be on the stands, following the red card during the Atalanta game. 2 managers which need responses. 2 managers which need to show that they can convert what they say in press conferences on the pitch. And especially 2 managers which need to get the faith from their own, ownerships back. Because it could be the case that both of these managers are not going to be the respective managers of both these teams at the end of the season. So it's one of those games where both managers are going to try and impress the ownership, especially Mourinho, who, following a lot of criticisms post-derby, following the protests with the fans, needs a good game today. And hopefully it's going to come. But look, let's look at the lineup, and then we'll look at their lineup. You know me, I want to know predictions. I want to know how people feel about this. I want to know how people are going towards this game. Are we all negative? Or are we all not faithful? I'm not confident. I just cannot be confident when you compare these 2 lineups. I'm not confident. But before games start, I always try to be positive. I'm going to go draw today. Now look, pinky promise. Players watching this, pinky promise. If drawing today means winning every single little game that we're going to play in the next month, then let me sign on a piece of paper. The problem is, if we draw today and we somehow fuck one of those little games up, it's over. Like, call it over because you were not gonna get top four. So if we draw today, but then I've got the certainty, which I don't because Roma's weird, that we are going to win against Verona, against Salernitana, against Cagliari in the next month to push ourselves up, then I'm all for it. Because a draw in this stadium against this team is never a bad result. A win would be miraculous. I mean, I don't even have the words to describe a win because I don't think anybody here is expecting a win. If you're expecting a win and we end up winning this game, DM me on Instagram and I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna send you a Kit Kat or an M&M's bar. So, yeah. Look, enough of me rambling. Predictions in the chat. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and let's look at the lineup. Big surprise. This is the statement coming from Jose. This is the statement that Mourinho foreshadowed in his press conference. Going, I'm not in a position to kick players out of their starting positions because if I did that, then I wouldn't have enough players available for a game. But he's made himself loud following his press conference, and for a technical reason, he hasn't started Rui Patricio. This is a statement. I'm not saying that the player who Jose targeted in that press conference saying that he didn't care is Rui Patricio, because I highly doubt it is Rui Patricio. I think Rui Patricio is one of Jose's biggest loyal players in this team. It's definitely not him. But it's the thing that he could have changed to send a message to the owners going, this is the situation I'm in. The message to the fans saying, I understand your frustration, but we got to look at the bigger dynamics. This is the statement. This is the message. Miles Villar starting today, which is big because in a league game, I don't think Mourinho has ever dropped Rui Patricio over these past 3 years. It's a statement. This is a statement with an exclamation mark on it. Zvilar starts. Again, people could argue that this isn't the game to start Zvilar in because Rui Patricio lately has been quite good. He's transmitted that positivity and that confidence back in the defense. And, you know, recently he didn't make mistakes which I could target apart from that Juventus goal. But even that was a bit complicated to save. I think Rui Patricio lately has been good. But look, at the end of the day, again, as I said, this is a statement. This is a message that he's sending to the board. I don't think it's the game to start Zvilar in. But I also am the first one to say that Zvilar needs to start one of these games in the near future to get that confidential boost. Or to get that, you know, feeling of starting in a big game. Because as of now, since Villar, you know, has been a Roma player, he's only played against Servette, Ludogorets, Cremonese. He's never had the real challenge. So again, I don't think this is the game to do it, but I want to see how he performs. I want to see how he reacts. And we're in search for solutions. In moments like this, you need solutions. In moments like this, even if you're struggling to find solutions, you need to make something up. And Zvilar starting in goal, Llorente, Mancini, and Christensen in defense. I'm happy Huijsen didn't start, not because he's on fault, because we lost that derby and I hate him now, but because he's young and following that derby mistake, it could have influenced his performance today because he's young and it's very, very normal. So yeah. I'm not complaining. That's our defense. Llorente back. Zaleski and Cilic. No Korsdorp. Cilic starts. Last year in April, Cilic played a great game at home working Leao. So that's probably the reason why. He knows Leao. Both of them played at Lille. He knows how he moves. He knows how he can be threatening with space. So Cilic is marking Leao. Zaleski is marking Pulisic. Paredes and Cristante in the middle. Bove just a little advanced. With El Shaarawy and Lukaku. I do want to mention one thing. What happened to Belotti? I mean, something definitely happened behind the scenes. Because when you don't have Dybala last season, Mourinho would have... I mean, in fact, we've seen Mourinho pick Belotti over Tammy last season for several occasions. Now, this season, every time Dybala is injured, and therefore we need an idea or a solution, Belotti never starts. I'm not sure if he's seeing less motivation. I'm not sure if Jose's seeing less concentration in training sessions. But it is weird that Belotti isn't starting this game. Again, maybe he went, maybe I need more technical players to give Lukaku the ball. And I don't blame him, because starting Belotti today would have meant Lukaku ghosting this game. Because if you start with both Belotti and Lukaku up front, it means that Lukaku was going to play one of those terrible ghosting games. Playing El Shaarawy next to Lukaku means that it's to do with support. It's to do with service. Out of the two, El Shaarawy definitely will grant, even if not to Dybala's levels, more service to Lukaku. Belotti is that bulky striker, you know. So yeah, El Shaarawy starts. I don't think it's a surprise. It's weird that Belotti isn't playing much. So yeah, and that's it. Who do we have on the bench? We have, in fact, let me tell you who we have on the bench. Who do we have on the bench? On the bench, we do have João Costa. I was hearing he was going to get a few minutes in this game. In fact, I would have started João Costa in this. What could have possibly gone wrong? Wait, hang on a second. Why is it saying that Spinazzola is starting this game? Did I get the graphic wrong? It says Spinazzola starting this game. I don't get this. I mean, everybody's saying Zalewski's starting. But why does... Oh no, Spinazzola's starting. For God's sake, I've got to change it all now. I swear on everything I have, Zalewski was on that graphic. Did I dream this? Did I imagine Zalewski on it? Or was he actually there? And it's a last minute change. I don't get this. Let me get Spinazzola on the graphic then. I've got to find his image now, you see? It takes a long while. Anyways, looking at who we have on the lineup, we've got Rui Patricio, Korsdorp, Huijsen, Pellegrini again on the bench. This is another statement. Pellegrini on the bench. Pellegrini is playing half the amount of games that he was playing last season. And he isn't injured this time round. So, yeah, Pellegrini not starting is another one of those Jose statements, in my opinion. And then who do we have? Then we have Pizzilli. It's a terrible bench today. I don't know who is going to change the game. We've got Belotti on the bench. This is what you call a weak bench. That bench today is not going to change anything. No player coming off the bench today is going to change the circumstances of today's game. I could sign on a piece of paper. It won't happen. It just will not happen. Let me just change this real quick. There we go. Let me download this. Azmoun, Lorenzo needs to be humble. Did you see Sardar Azmoun scored against Palestine? I did see it. I don't know how good Palestine is, so I don't know how complicated the game was. But yeah, fair play to him. Azmoun deserves more chances for us. Azmoun always gets subbed in when the game has nothing to be played for anymore, or when we lose, which makes no sense. But yeah. There we go. I did see him score. Right, I think the graphic did change. Let's confirm it did. Yes, it did. Spinazzola's on it. Right, game's about to start. Players in the tunnel. Graphics of the formations on the screen. I'm going to quickly read the Milan's lineup out in a second. Let me just start the timer. Not start the timer, just set up the timer, I mean. There we go. So Milan is playing, as I said, again, very offensive lineup this is. Very, very, very offensive lineup. Their defense isn't a massive defense, but can our attack threaten it? That's my question, because we faced so many weak defenses and yet we never attack. They're playing with Magnan in goal, Calabria, Kier, Gabbia and Teo Hernandez back, playing as a left fullback, which can pose incredible threats. Loftus-Cheek, Yassin, Adli and Reinders in the midfield. Adli is one hell of a good player. I absolutely rate him. He's incredibly technical. Doesn't get many chances, but the few chances he gets, he always buries them. Pulisic, Giroud and Leao up front. Again, I'm going to say this again because I've said this in a match preview. I just don't want to enter this game with massive expectations. But you look at those lineups and you really ask yourself, how do we win this game? How do we win this game? You know, people saying Lukaku needs a big performance up front, and I agree. And Lukaku is kind of our last savior in this. But how on earth can Lukaku pull a big performance if all he gets in 90 minutes is long balls coming from Mancini or Cristante? It will not work out. The service that Lukaku gets is it's horrific. It's like a Steven Spielberg horror movie. It's atrocious. In fact, we're lucky that he's scoring goals, because any other Tammy Abraham, put Tammy Abraham in Lukaku's boots, he wouldn't score one goal this season, because Dybala misses a game every 2 weeks and therefore will break the rhythm. All he gets is long balls from Mancini. That's the reason why last season Tammy didn't play well, and it's exactly the reason why lately Lukaku hasn't scored much, because the support and the service that he gets is just... Imagine being Lukaku. Imagine being Lukaku in front of 4 physical defenders, alone, stranded in the box, and all he gets is these long balls from Mancini, which he can't stop, because, again, Lukaku might score the goals, but he isn't technically a gifted player. Yeah, Lukaku can't do much. And if he scores, I would be very surprised today. I would be very surprised, because I just don't see Lukaku playing one of his contributing games today. Yeah, no, by the way, there's a little problem with the thumbnail. I did notice that too. I did set up the thumbnail. It is a YouTube problem, because if you're watching this from a computer, then the thumbnail is all good. If you're watching this from your phone, then the thumbnail is fucked up. I don't know what it is. I think it's a problem from YouTube themselves. So I'm not going to pay massive attention to it. Let me just quickly see if I can do something. In the meantime, again, I wanna know more predictions in the chat. If you're being superstitious and don't want to send them, then it's all good. But yeah, if you're feeling brave enough, then let us know your predictions. Yeah, it's definitely a YouTube problem, mate, because I've set the thumbnail. If you're watching this from a computer, you can confirm that the thumbnail is there. If you're watching this from the phone, then I did see that the problem wasn't there. Let me just quickly close the chat for everybody who's not subscribed, so that we can... there we go. So, if you're subscribed, it should be there. Otherwise, I think it's closed. There we go. Right. I'm ready. I'm nervous. I am nervous, but I am ready. Hello, Cinzia. I feel that El Shaarawy masterclass is coming today. Then we should stop playing with wing backs. The issue is the wing backs for Roma. They have been ineffective. Look, I'm never gonna get tired saying this, but this formation doesn't work. This formation doesn't work. This formation doesn't work because we don't have good fullbacks. I would love to see Mourinho go back to 4 defenders. I would love to see it, but it's just realistically, it's not going to happen. I would love to see it happen, but it just will not happen. I think one of the first things to resolve is this formation problem. Formation is terrible. It's not working out. Players are limited to their own performances. it looks like they can't do much when they play in this formation. I'm not saying that if we change formation, then suddenly all of our players are going to turn into incredible players. No, but a lot of things can change. If for example, this two striker thing, I don't like. When Dybala's fit and he plays as a striker next to Lukaku, why is Dybala scoring less goals this season? Have we ever asked ourselves this question? Yes, because he's always injured, but also because he's so he is being asked to play in so many different positions. And Dybala's position isn't as a striker next to Lukaku. He isn't physical. He gets bullied by everyone, apart from the fact that he's got a great technique and footwork. Dybala needs to play more, backwards, next to Bove, not as a striker. Zaleski needs to play more advanced, not as a fullback. So yeah, we do have a lot of limits and limitations with the players we have, but the formation is also exacerbating these limitations, and we can't lie about that. This formation isn't helping, and it's not bringing us anywhere. Last season, did we play with this formation? I don't think we did. Did we reach a Europa League final playing with a 3-5-2? We definitely played with 3 defenders at the back, but I'm not sure if we did play with 5 midfielders. I think it was a 3-4-2-1. Matic helped a lot. Right, game starts. Massive game. As I said at the start, the ice cube, the ice block can't melt. It's time to put it back in the freezer, because if it melts more, then we're gonna flood everything. So yeah. Zivilar saves. Giroud with an early shot into the game. Right. Let's see what we can do today. Look, I just want to see a team that fights. I've said this in the match preview. I don't want to see a battering today. I just can't feel. I won't even. I don't know how I'll react if we get battered today. Milan isn't living a great moment, so we should exploit this. But knowing Roma, Paredes, this white. That's why we've never won a game with this white kit. By the way, we never have. Spinazzola, yeah, Spinazzola is starting, so it must have been a last minute decision to sub Spinazzola, to sub Zaleski off. Corner kick for us. Look, this is. Lukaku back at San Siro. This time there are no boos this time. No whistles from Inter fans. It's him and the Milan fans today. And the Roma fans. Big away end today. As always. Paredes. Corner kick in. You know the funny thing about this game is, Paredes crosses it in again. Leao clears it away. Bove fights. Bove gets it. You know the funny thing is that last year we played this game literally the same date as it is this season, and we were losing 2-0, and then Tammy with that last minute header 2-2, and from that game, Milan have never been the same. We can proudly say that Tammy Abraham has placed Milan in this infinite graveyard that they've never managed to pull themselves out of it. After the moment they conceded that goal and that Tammy scored against them, Milan have never been the same. Tammy killed them. My boy Tammy killed Milan. Bove changes side. I am 30 seconds behind. Again, DAZN is terrible. There's nothing I can do about it. If anybody wants to sync, I would advise everybody syncing here with me because it's way more entertaining. I am at 3 minutes 48 seconds, 3 minutes 49, 3 minutes 50, 3 minutes 51, 3 minutes 52, 3 minutes 53, 3 minutes 54, 3 minutes 56, 57, 58, 59, 4 minutes. So if you want to sync, it's way more entertaining for everybody. Free kick to them. Teo Hernandez on the floor, found from Cristante. I want to mention this as the first time. I'm going to mention it a lot of times, you know me. But there are quite a lot of you in, not many likes. So if you can smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, it would be great. So yeah, hit the like. We haven't started too bad. We've started with an offensive perspective into the game. Can we keep it and can we score is the question now. And can we obviously keep concentrated in defence? Bove, what a slide tackle. Bove, closest individual to Daniele De Rossi. Lukaku tries to stop it. Cristante heads it. Celik. Lukaku wants it. Celik gives it to Lukaku, but that's the communication that isn't there. Isn't there. Communicate, lads. Communicate on that pitch. Make yourself clear. There's Jose. Hat on. Jacket on. Probably cold in Milan. Bad pass from Gabbia here. Celik gets it back. Paredes. Bove. Changes side. Spinazzola. Spinazzola. Ooh! Tell you what, we're building chances here, lads. I can see the reaction. We gotta keep this, but I can see the reaction. Spinazzola. Cross in. Again, the day Spinazzola puts a good cross in, and I'm gonna actually rethink about my name. The day Spinazzola will put a cross in, a good cross in, precise on somebody's header, Simon Kier's ponytail becomes red. I don't know what happens the day Spinazzola puts a cross in. Zlatan in the stands too. Oh my god, you gotta close Leao down. Yes, Bove. Hey, breath! That looked like a foul to me on Bove, but we get it back luckily. Look, Kita marking Milan is tight. You have to be tight. You gotta be tight. If you give them space, Teo, Pulisic, and Leao are gonna strangle you. I can't wait till this calendar period goes. Oh, there we go. That's what I mean. What the fuck is Paredes doing there? Yeah, wait for Leao. Never anticipate him. Wait for him to dribble you. Kier used to play for Roma, by the way. That's for you OG's fans. Who remembers Kier? Simon Kier. Simo Kier. He did. Calabria's got space here. Leao's by himself. Leao's by himself. Chilik and Christensen marking Leao could easily be a nightmare. Leao back heals it. Zvillar gets it. Leao's got this thing of always wanting to be cool, but it never really works out. I think Leao's a great player, but like the games where I've seen Leao play phenomenally and be a world-class player are very, very, very low. Like, Leao plays one world-class game every 2 months. The other games, he looks like he really doesn't care. In terms of Kvara Leao, again, this is a question which my answer could change every week. But if I had to get one for my own team, I'd probably get Leao. Just because I think Kvara is one of those players who was great in his first year. Because, again, I said this already, nobody knew who he was and nobody knew how he moved. He scored. I mean, lads, this is embarrassing. The space that Adli has to shoot. The fucking space. What are we doing there? What are we doing there? What's that space that we literally built an entire motorway. A motorway for him to strive into and score. What the hell was that defending? He managed to stop the ball, move around and shoot with nobody marking him. What is that? Who is marking him? He's by himself. Oh my God. Oh my God. There we go. 1-0. 1-0 after what? 10 minutes? Prepare for it. Prepare for it. What are these players doing? I just don't get how dumb you can be to let him have so much space. Just build a fucking stage for Pinocchio to dance on. It might be more useful than this. I just don't get this. I just don't get this. Christensen. Slight tackle from Loftus-Cheek. I haven't seen it well. I want to see that again because I don't know who to blame. But we literally have we have 5 players going one direction and leave Adli by himself. If that is not amateur football, then I don't know what is. All we had to do in this game was not concede a goal in the first 10 minutes. Because we're now going to open up. And if we open up and they hit us on a counter-attack, Milan are the most dangerous team in the league when it comes to counter-attacks. This could be a long night indeed. But look, we need 11 Boves. Spinazzola, cross in, Adli gets it. What a player. What a player Adli. Adli is the player Roma would desperately ask for right now. Because we need a Mkhitaryan player. We need a player who can drive the ball forward, shoot, score, bang contributions. Who the hell is doing that in this team right now? Who the hell does it? Pellegrini can't do it. Dybala can do it, but he's injured every 2 weeks. We need a fit player who can do what Mkhitaryan did in Jose's first season. They're showing that goal again. How do you concede such a goal? I just don't get this. Leao's got space here. Teo Hernandez already being the bitch. Teo Hernandez is already being the bitch in the situation, you know? Foul for Milan. Free kick to them. Pulisic. Cross in. Oh my god. This is going to be a long game. Keeper. Shout out to you, keeper. Chilik, Cristante, Paredes, Lukaku stops the ball, turns around. Llorente wide. Spinazzola. That was a foul on Bove. Good refereeing there. Free kick to us. You know what? Another thing though. Last season when we had a corner kick or when we had a free kick, I just knew that we could have pulled something out of it. This season, every time we have a free kick or a corner kick, I'm not even ready for us to score because I know we won't. We need set piece. We look, realistically speaking, we miss Ibanez, we miss Smalling, and we miss Matic. Again, if people ask me, do we keep Ibanez and not get Lukaku? The answer to me is no, because this summer we were all desperate to get a striker. The question is, it's not, yes, Ibanez, but it's more Smalling and Matic that we missed, to be honest. Because Ibanez, yes, scored a lot of goals with set pieces, but you got to look at what we got while letting Ibanez go. If Ibanez hadn't been sold, we would have never even managed to get Lukaku. And you gotta look at the broader picture at things. It's Smalling who, not having Smalling, is causing so many problems. It's Matic who hasn't been replaced well. Paredes, compared to Matic, looks like fucking Steven and Zonzi. That's what he looks like. Bove. Lukaku stops it. Good defending from Milan there. Leao's got space here. Changes it to Pulisic. What the hell was that from Spinazzola? Not only Spinazzola can't cross a ball, he can't even pass a ball. You're supposed to have confidence when your wing backs get the ball. When Spina gets in, I lose all hope. You know what? Put Jean Costa in. Like, genuinely, put Jean Costa in. What could possibly go wrong? You were telling me that Jean Costa crosses the ball worse than Karsdorp, Zalewski and Spinazzola. I won't believe you. Put Jean Costa in. In these moments, I said this at the start, you need solutions. And it looks so hard to find solutions that you have to be creative. You gotta switch something up. What could possibly go wrong starting João Costa in games? We will never know. And he won't be worse than Spinazzola and Karsdorp or and Zalewski. Trust me, he won't. Because if all goes to plan, he's better than them. Otherwise, he's just as good as them. There is nowhere in a million years do I think Spinazzola and Karsdorp and Zalewski are going to be better than João Costa. No, they won't. And it's this fucking formation which I detest. I detest this formation. I detest this. I don't even think we started the game in a bad way. It's just that it's the goals which always kill us. Had this game been 0-0 after 21 minutes, I wouldn't even have been surprised. I would have been quite happy, to be honest. But that stupid goal, how do you concede such a goal? Loftus-Cheek, Paredes. That looked like a foul to me, to be honest. But thank God it didn't get blown. Spinazzola. If we play João Costa as a wing back, it would ruin his career. That's exactly how we need to change formation. It's exactly why. And by changing formation, not only would you not ruin João Costa's career, you would also have a chance of revitalizing Zalewski's career. Because, you know, the only reason I want Zalewski to stay is because any future manager that will come will play Zalewski as an attacking winger. And I think Zalewski as an attacking winger can produce fruits. Too many dribbles from Chalik there. Teo Hernandez. Look at the way Teo Hernandez gives the ball to Leao and starts sprinting, infiltrating in the box. Why can't we do that? Why can't we have fullbacks who infiltrate in the box? My shoulder is absolutely Spinazzola risking there. Cristante back to Svilar. What the fuck is that pass? These are this is the basis of football. Christensen goes long. Gabbia heads it. Offside. Foul from Spinazzola. Pulisic got space here. Adley, Bobby on him. Simo, do you like roller coasters? I do. I found them quite fun. I remember there was this roller coaster. It was hell. I believe it was a few years ago. Me and my family went to Stockholm in Sweden. Shout out to anybody from Stockholm or Sweden in general. Let me know if you're from Sweden, because I absolutely love that country. I would love to go back to Stockholm. Leao in the box. This is going to be 2-0. Hernandez in. That looked like a goal. Anyways, it was this theme park right in the center of Stockholm. Great location. I believe it was. I'm going to find you the name of it. Theme park in Stockholm. Grönalund. And there was this roller coaster that literally went backwards and then it looped around backwards. It was basically like this movement whilst going on the track. And it was crazy. It was something crazy. But I do like them. I quite enjoy them. I like that thrill vibe. I do. I like that thrill, chill. I like that. I quite enjoy that feeling of maybe you die, maybe you don't. But we're not that not that sense. Like I know, but yeah, I'm not scared of heights, so I'm quite suited for them. Celik tries a ball to Lukaku, tries to stop it. Cristante gets it. Cristante turns around. Celik. Oh my god, what a save. First shot of the game. Guess who it is? It's Zeki Celik. Celik, whatever his name is. What a save from Mignan. That was a good ball. Lukaku kept it with his physique. Gave it to, what's his name? Cristante, who turned around really well. In the box to Celik, shoots, and Manyan was with a good save. Wasn't a world class save, but was a good save. Cross in. Oh, you dumb. Paredes is dumb. Paredes is dumb. Adley looks like the Grinch, by the way. Leao in the box for Teo Hernandez. This is going to be 2-0. Oh my god. How the hell haven't they scored here? This is the problem, though. This is the problem when you concede an early goal. This is exactly what the problem is. This is exactly what the problem is. Because I thought it was a penalty. I don't know why I saw a penalty. When you concede an early goal, you're forced to open up. You're forced to open up. And when you open up, they're going to hit you on counterattacks. And they've got, pretty fast players. You wouldn't want to play counter-attacking football against this team. Leao, fast moves from Milan here. Celik. It's a foul. Foul, that's a foul. That book the bitch. Book the bitch. We've got 15-ish minutes to go to half time here. I would love a goal in this first half. Paredes. Mourinho ain't getting sacked. I don't know if people know this, but Mourinho ain't getting sacked mid-season. People wishing for Roma to lose this game so that Mourinho gets sacked. Only an idiot could sack a manager mid-season when you've got half a season to be played. The question isn't will he get the sack or not. The question is will he get extended or not? And the answer will probably be no. He could only get sacked tonight if we lose 7-0. If we lose 1-0, 2-0, even 3-0, he won't get sacked. And you can't sack a manager mid-season. Who do you get? Who do you get? Nobody will accept an offer mid-season. It won't solve any problems whatsoever. So he won't get sacked, and let's hope that he won't get sacked, because it would be disastrous to change manager mid-season. It would. It really would. I mean, clearly, if we lose this game 7-0, it means that the players have turned against him, and that's the only way that he gets sacked. But losing this game is normal. It's normal. I mean, have you seen how we play? Have you seen the players we have? You can't just... There is... Yeah. Ashrawi. Spinazzola. Pulisic. Loftus-Cheek. Wide to Leao. Cross in. Good header. That was a great header from Pulisic. Pulisic. The harsh truth in reply to some people saying Jose out here, Jose has suffered because he kept faith in these average crap Italians. And that is why Matic left. He saw it and could not put up with it. What? Italians? I don't get it. Paredes. That's not a bad shot, but it would be great to aim and kind of be precise and at least get the goal shooting from there. The players that largely have caused this team to be crap are the Italians: Spinazzola, Mancini, Cristante, Pellegrini. If Jose had been his old self and ruthless and replaced them, it would... Mancini being one of the... Mancini said to be the only one who fought for these colours with Bobby over this past month. Llorente... Oh, this is gonna... What the hell are we doing there? How on earth? Loftus-Cheek already robbed the penalty in the first leg against us. That clearly is not a penalty. Fucking hell, I swear if they gave this penalty. I mean, look, to be honest, it's a 50-50. If that had been Roma and they wouldn't have given a penalty to me, I would have been fuming. That's a great pass to Spinazzola. Oh my god, Spinazzola's shot. Magnan is good. Magnan's good, and that's an easy save for a keeper. I'm going to put a poll on that because, to be honest, looking at that, it's a 50-50 penalty, you know. As I said, I'm happy it wasn't given. And I know the contact was a light contact. But if that was against me, I'd be fuming. And I know Mourinho would be fuming if that penalty wasn't given against us. We're not playing bad, but it's the fact that we conceded an early goal. To be honest, Zvilor should have done a bit better there. Why didn't he extend his arm? Spinazzola, 5 minutes to go to halftime here. Christensen heads it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please do smash the like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like, everybody here. It takes 2 seconds. It's free of cost and it would support the channel a lot. So yeah, please do it. It would be great. I see other teams and their players, and I just realized that our players are so bad. Our recruitment over the last years has been horrendous. Yes, okay, and I agree with that. But it's the way these players play that it's also terrible. Why is it? Why is it that Udinese today scored 2 goals against Fiorentina? Why is it that Cagliari scored 2 goals against Bologna? Why is it that in every game week these little teams win or manage to score a lot of goals against these bigger sides? And when we play against them, we always play like a bunch of dead donkeys. Yes, the players are not good, and okay, they are world-class players. I agree on that. A lot of them don't care. But it's also the way these players are set out to play today on the pitch. It's the tactics are shit. They are utter shit. Mancini got booked, by the way. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Why are they even protesting? That's not a foul. Oshirawi. It's offside. Oh, Ibrahimovic in the stands. I can't stand that guy. I cannot stand Ibrahimovic. Real Madrid winning 4-1. Barcelona's crap. Barcelona is crap. Xavi, one hell of an overrated manager. 1 minute of added time here. Vinicius Jr. hat trick. Bove. Bove is the only one trying. Bove. It's a foul on Bove. Great pass. Paredes can't stop a ball. Paredes isn't having it lately. He puts that grinta in. He puts those slide tackles in. But what does he give? What does he bring into a game? At half time, 1-0 to them. Stupid goal. Again, yet another stupid goal that we conceded. I mean, again, where do we start? Are we even surprised? Are we surprised? I know we're going to lose this game. I knew we were going to lose this game yesterday. It's, again, look, we have to be realistic. Are we playing terrible football? No, we're not. If this first half had ended 0-0, I would have been very happy. But unfortunately, we conceded a Pulcinella goal. We conceded a goal which chickens don't even concede, you know, and we're down 1-0. The problem here is that, as always, when we concede a goal, we don't have the game plan to score 2 goals more than our opponents. That is just not in our DNA. And that isn't a surprise that under Mourinho we've never really completed any comebacks. In 3 years of football, the only comebacks that I remember are Lecce a few months ago and Feyenoord last season in the Europa League. Because the identity of this team is a team which needs to play for a 0-0 and somehow score, exploiting one of their mistakes in these big games. This team isn't a team that concedes a goal and then scores 2 goals in the second half. That is not what this team can do on the pitch, because of the players it has, because of the identity and the game plan that it has in every game, and because of the tactics it operates. We're not going to win this game. The miracle is drawing this game, and we're attacking, we're shooting, we're creating. But Milan have got a well laid out defense, and they've got a world-class goalkeeper. In other words, what I'm trying to say here is the only way we score a goal, as it is in every big game here, is either from a set piece or either we get gifted a penalty kick. This isn't a team that comebacks. This is, they're not. This isn't a team, especially in these big games. We might pull a comeback against Lecce or against Verona, but that's because the other teams are weaker. And the moment they score 1 goal, they will stop attacking. It's a difficult situation to analyze because, yes, okay, we're living a terrible moment, and I think we can all agree on this. But then the mystery here is that in these first 45 minutes, some players look absolutely shit. But others, I don't think are playing too bad. So the question here is, are the players with the manager or not? The answer is yes. They haven't fallen apart. They can't be falling apart, because otherwise they wouldn't be playing this type of first half. This situation is a situation which is a bad situation, but the media is dramatizing. And we as fans are dramatizing too as well. I'm not saying we aren't. We're dramatizing this too. And it's good that we're dramatizing because these players need to understand that they need to wake up a bit. So the fans protesting and the fans displaying a banner saying you're all mercenaries. Yes, okay, it might have been an overreaction. But realistically speaking, it's not an overreaction. And you expect the team to react to this. Or the players reacting to a lost derby, to the fans protesting. Yes, but they can do more. Yes, they are. They're not playing too bad. I've seen worse games. We're attacking. We're crossing the ball. We're doing what we need to do. Paredes had a few shots. Celik had a few shots. Cristante had a shot. Yes, we're creating. But you need more in these games. You need more because our opponents in these big games know how we play. They know how our team is set up. And they know how to score against us, especially right now where our defense looks absolutely, just absolutely cut down. It's not an easy moment. It isn't an easy moment. It would be a lie to say that this is an easy moment, an easy moment to digest as fans. It isn't. But there is no need to start going sack the manager because number one, the manager won't get sacked. And number two, we need to hope that the manager won't get sacked mid-season. Because if the manager gets sacked mid-season, the questions are two. Who the hell comes in and accepts this type of project mid-season with Roma 8th or 9th in the league? And second of all, what can they do? What are they actually going to improve mid-season? We need to stick with Jose. And it's not even a question that he's going to get sacked. Of course he's not going to get sacked. But again, things need to change. You know, I've been saying this too much. That goal that we conceded, they've shown that goal about 3 times. I tweeted this a few minutes ago. Adli had enough time and space to stop the ball, turn around, put the ball where he wanted to put it, shoot, and precisely angulate the ball where he wanted without getting no pressure from our defenders. Without being absolutely stranded by himself with nobody marking him. Is that the way to defend? No, it's not. There's a lack of, again, concentration, but I always say this. There's a lack of principles, basic tactics in this team. They're showing this goal again. Look at that goal. How on earth can you leave Adli by himself? Look, he managed to stop the ball, dribble Christensen, and shoot, and place the ball where he wanted, literally without getting any pressure from our defenders. That's not good enough. And the other thing which, again, I say that the principles and the basics are missing is this team can't string 3 passes together. I'm not sure what it is. You know, had it been a new team, I wouldn't even be surprised. You know, new team, the new players, they need to know each other. Maybe chemistry needs to improve and maximize. But the core players in this team have been playing together for 3 years. And they can't string 3 passes together. I just don't get this. I just don't get this. It's unquestionable that we can't put one cross in or that we can't string 4 passes together. I just don't get how it's possible after 3 years of training together every day that we make these mistakes. And you know, maybe again, one thing is we make these mistakes once in a while. Yes, teams have off games where they just can't string 3 passes together. But we do this in every game. Every goal we concede, it's a stupid mistake coming from us. It's never a goal where you actually sit here and applaud our opponents for scoring it, because it always is our fault and responsibility. Um, you speak good English for an Italian. I got an English schoolmate, so yeah. What do you mean size from Burnley? Burnley. What about Hansi Flick, a sextuple winner who made a sextuple winner team in under 80 million? Won't accept Roma right now. Won't accept Roma right now. And another thing about Flick is he's another manager who needs big players to work with. At Bayern Munich, with the team he had, great team, great manager, managed to win everything. I would probably be convinced that if it was anybody sitting on that bench, training Lewandowski in his prime, Müller in his prime, Coman and Alfonso Davies in his prime, Neuer in his prime, I could probably have done a similar job to him. And, the examples show this. He went to Germany national team not living a massive moment. He got sacked after the World Cup after 1 year. He's not a bad manager, but first of all, he won't accept the project now. He won't pick up this team mid-table, and yeah, he's another player who's survived with big players in his career. Marcos Leonardo scored for Benfica on his debut. We would have never been able to buy him, to be honest. Just to analyze what Thiago Pinto said post-match, pre-match. He said a few things about Renato Sanchez. So the journalist asked Pinto, who by the way is about to leave, in about 2 weeks Pinto will be gone. The question was, Renato Sanchez, can he leave to make room for another defender? And Pinto says, before Dean, we talked about the defender. He had 2 good games, apart from the penalty that could happen, and we continue to talk about the defender. What I explained very well, with our limitations, there are things to fix before the end of the transfer window. Our focus is on exits first. So in other words, Pinto said, no, I'm not going to buy anybody else. My focus is on making money and selling players. So don't expect other signings unless we manage to place Renato Sanchez away and maybe sell Spinazzola. And then he spoke about Mourinho. Question was, what about Mourinho's future? And Thiago Pinto said, let's think about the present, which is today. In my situation, I prefer not to answer. They will choose the right people at the right time, is what he says. Obviously, he's not in a position to speak because he'll be gone in about 14 days. So, by the way, this decision of leaving Roma mid transfer window is very poor from Pinto, to be honest. So yeah, these are a few things he said. Ruben Amorim or Palladino. And if anybody mentions Palladino to me, Palladino is... I wouldn't even get Palladino at the back of my eye. You know how you study at school, and I remember studying this. You know that the back of our eye sees images the other way around? I believe it was something along these lines. I wouldn't even get Palladino if I was an organ at the back of my eye looking at the world upside down. Palladino, yesterday against Inter, proved to you why he's a bang average coach. Never in a million years would I get Palladino. I read somewhere that February is very crucial for Mourinho. Also, if stuff go badly, they're thinking of De Rossi or other managers for short term. Mate, don't worry. Mourinho won't get sacked. Mourinho will not get sacked. Trust me when I say this. That's what he said. Tomorrow morning we wake up, Mourinho gone. He won't get sacked. He won't get sacked because our owners are not dumb. Nobody will accept this job right now, and nothing will change if you sack the manager. So he won't. Mourinho won't get sacked. The question is, will he stay more years? That question is a question which, at time of speaking, I just can't see how it can happen. And that, what you read about February is true. February is crucial because if at the end of February we don't improve in the league, we get thrown out of the Europa League, and now we got thrown out of the Coppa Italia, Mourinho won't get renewed because the Fredkins look at the results ultimately when it comes to decide. Another thing, which I'm convinced about here, the media out there is writing something new every day regarding the future of this club. One day we wake up saying Mourinho's ready to extend his contract. The other day we wake up saying Mourinho's got an ultimatum. Another day we wake up reading general director is going to be an Italian guy who knows Italian football. Another day we read the general director is going to be an international guy who's got good scouting agenda. It's not that confusionary. If you believe at everything that the media says, your life expectancy is going to drop by 20 years. I just made that up, but it really is. Do we really think that it's that confusionary behind the scenes? No, it's not. 88%, even 90% of the decisions regarding the future of this club have already been decided by the Fredkins. So there is no need to wake up, open Twitter and read that Mourinho's going to get sacked tomorrow, and then the day after Mourinho's going to renew his contract, and then the day after something else and something else and something else. It's not that confusionary. Behind the scenes, the owners already know what they're going to do. Maybe not everything, but 90% of the decisions, they already know what they're going to do. It's not as confusionary as the media describes this. And thank God it's not. Because otherwise... Final score prediction, Simo. 2-0 Milan. 2-0 Milan. Can be positive. 2-0 Milan. Players back on the pitch. Will you take Eric Ten Hag at Roma? Personally not. I'll say this till the end of the season. It's not Mourinho, it's mostly the players. I'm convinced if Mourinho got some good players, he would get top 4. Look, you'll remember the Garcia era when we played attacking football and win 10 in a row. I know we didn't win the Scudetto, but I'd rather watch that entertaining. And the reason why we didn't win the Scudetto was because Juventus was probably one of the best teams in the world after Real Madrid back then. If during the Garcia and the Spalletti era, we didn't win the league because Juventus was a team of Martians and aliens back then. If Juventus was a little bit weaker than what they were, Roma would have won 3 Scudettos in a row back then. Mancini got subbed. Pellegrini in. Right, second half is starting. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Please do hit the like. Subscribe as always. It supports the video and the live stream and the channel a lot. So it's free of cost. Takes 2 seconds. Just click that down below. Right, second half's about to start. Final score predictions in the chat. What do we think? Everybody in the chat. Second half starts. Let's see what we can do. I forgot to do this. It's a tradition. Magic piss. Hopefully it will lead to a draw. So I'll be back in literally 2 seconds. I won't even flush the toilet. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Hang on a second though. El Sharawi goes. El Sharawi goes. Oh. Right, I'll be back in 3 seconds. Smash the like in the meantime. What did I miss? My god, it stinks in here. What the hell did I eat? Oh my god. Who farted in here? Who farted in here? It's my dad. I know it's my dad. Theo Hernandez changes side very well. Pulisic. I didn't even go. I didn't even go to the toilet. My sister's in the toilet. I'm not that quick to piss. Like, please. When I piss, I gotta relax. Pellegrini. What can Pellegrini do? I feel like a Pellegrini goal. People say, would I get the Zerbi? I would, but it's not happening. Of course it's not happening. Mark my words, the Zerbi's gonna go to Man City after Pep leaves. Couldn't be more convinced. What the hell is that? Did you all hear that? My god. Pulisic, Captain America, they said. Who got subbed off again? Mancini got subbed off. Joe's already thinking about the Verona game. Calabria, great triangulation here. Changes side to Theo Hernandez. Gets the ball. Foul on Pellegrini. Can someone gift some memberships? I have to be very honest with you. This is not what capitalism does. You know, capitalism is a philosophy where even if a product is shit, everybody will say and bribe you to buy it. Roma Theory is different. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Don't buy the memberships. They give absolutely nothing to your life. They only add a little badge next to your name, which sometimes I even can't see because it's that small. So I respect everybody here. I don't want to fool anybody. The membership thing is, I gotta remake it because it's terrible. If you want to spend some money, I would appreciate it, but for your own sake, and maybe for a better purpose, spend it on super chats. My memberships is something that Roma Theory still needs to develop. And I'm very honest, I've got no problem saying that. I don't want to fool people into spending money just to get a little tag next to their name. It only gives you that. It gives you absolutely nothing else. And also, it gives you a tag that I created when this channel was still called The Simon Show. Because the tag next to your name is TSS. It's prehistoric. Don't do the memberships. I respect and I don't want people to. I respect them and I don't want people to to spend money on useless stuff. If you want to spend some money, it's appreciated. I would definitely read them out, super chats, but don't feel pressured at all. But I am planning to make a membership. So I just don't. You think what the difficulty is? Difficulty here is that I am running this channel with. It's not a massive channel, but it still does have 10,000 300 subs. I'm doing this all by myself. Like there are some days where I just can't manage doing everything, from thumbnails to videos to titles to descriptions to I don't know, sponsorship deals. There have been a few in the past. Emails. I really need an admin. That's what I'm asking. I really need an admin. So I need time to work on the memberships too. Chilik bullies Rangers here. How can I join the WhatsApp forum? Send your phone number with your country's prefix over the email address in the description below. Mancini got subbed off because of an injury, by the way. And he got booked, so he's going to miss the Verona game. Wow. Wow. Mancini injured and booked, so he's going to miss the Verona game. Call me. Call Totti back from retirement and start him. Who the hell is starting against Verona next weekend in defence? Call Tony Rudiger. He's winning the Super Cup in Riyadh with Real Madrid. Surely he'll want a break from winning, and you'll be back. He'll be back with us for a few games. Free kick to Milan. Free kick to them here. Could be a dangerous one here. I mean, they're definitely going to shoot. How do you cross from there? Depends who shoots, to be honest. If it's a left foot, yeah, they're going to cross. But otherwise, I don't know how. Oh my god, that was a free header. That was the chance to go 2-0 for Milan. That was a free header. How the hell did the ball go straight there? I don't know. Triangular head, they called him. How did the ball go in? What a cross from Theo Hernandez. We can only wish and dream to see these crosses in our team. Zvilor, bad pass. Pulisic. Corner kick to them. We're not going to do anything in the second half. I already know the script. I already know the script, Will. I already know the script, my friend. This game is going to end 2-0. There you go, 2-0. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. I'm not even surprised. I am not even surprised. The moment I say this game is gonna end 2-0, they score a goal. Roma players protesting here. Cristante booked, he's gonna miss the next game. Give us some glory, please, wherever you are. Give us some mercy. We did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong. We just want this team to succeed. We did nothing wrong. For the few times we cursed, we are sorry, but give us mercy. Give us mercy. Give us mercy. Injuries, yellow cards, players missing games, players not giving a shit, players not able to defend and mark, Roma losing games after games, Roma not having... Fucking hell. Give us mercy. They're gonna check this. With the luck that we have, even though they're gonna check this, it's probably gonna be a goal. That's not a foul on Cristante. That is not a foul though on Cristante. Cristante, that's not a foul. How can you even protest for that foul? It's not a foul. He completely dived on the floor. How can you even protest for such a foul? When are we going to change? When are we going to celebrate a big win? When are we going to celebrate this team winning a big game? Like, please, when is it? I am devastated. I am devastated. You know what? I really want to stop watching these games. I will never do that because I'm a real fan and I've been watching every single game for the past 18 years basically. But there are times where what is Paredes doing? There are times where I really want to just stop watching these games because it really feels like we're wasting time here. We've done nothing yet again. It's another game where we've done nothing apart from the first 10 minutes. The moment we concede that goal, it's over, it's done, we die. Only player giving his soul into this game is a 20-year-old. I don't know what it is moving forward. I just don't know. Fighting spirit just gone out of the window. I don't know. I don't know where to restart. It makes me frustrated. It makes me sad because there is no overall improvement in this team. There is never an overall improvement. 18 years in my life, never an overall improvement. Like, to the extent that I genuinely ask myself every day before going to bed, will I ever see this team lift the trophy? Will I ever see this team win the league? Because continuing with this rhythm, I just don't even think it will happen. Belotti coming on. You see, this is another problem. This is another problem. Before making this statement, I want to see who comes off for Belotti. I want to see who comes off. El Strong for Belotti. Okay. Maybe it's gonna avoid me saying what I was about to say. If no, look, I'm gonna say it because it happened against Lazio and it's kind of happening again. We play a game, we start a game and we concede a goal and we get killed, and then we concede another goal and it's 2-0. Why is it that we put every striker we have in the box in the hope that somebody heads it in and score? That is the definition of not having a fucking clue of what to do with the ball. Because if you're losing 2-0 and all you do is put strikers in the hope that somebody heads it in, is a clue. It's a definition of not knowing how the fuck to handle these games. Because that's what 60-year-old men, friends do when they're playing a post-work league amongst each other after work on a Saturday morning. Put strikers in, we're 60 years old, nobody runs, in the hope that we score. Let's put Giovanni, Stefano and Luciano in the box in the hope that Luciano heads it in because he's fat and he could put some weight in the box. That is what we did in the 1800s, placing all the strikers we have in the box. If we don't have a connection between the defense and the attack, and we don't have any form of cohesion between the defense and the attack to bring the ball from the defense to the attack, how can the players score? It's just going to create a further sense of confusion, a further sense of chaos. Look, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't even know what I'm going on to speak. I'm rambling. I know I'm rambling, but I'm lost for words here. I've given up on my own statement. That's how sad it is. I've given up on my own statement. It's going to be 3-0. My God, also, by the way, another thing. Is it just me, or these games after the 70th minute give me a headache? Is it just me, or I can't watch these games anymore. These games are bringing me insane. That's long story short, to avoid me rambling on. It's like being in solitary confinement for 72 weeks. Call Mr. Beast if you want to see that. Go watch his video. It really is. It's the equivalent of being locked up in a white room by yourself for 1 week. You go insane watching these games. You go insane. Mentally, psychologically, emotionally. You just go insane. I've been living off water for the past two hours here, in the hope that I can go to the toilet. Maybe my sister locking herself in. That's what every teenage girl does. Or is it just my sister not allowing his brother to go in and pee? I've been living on water. Let me go pee. Let me go pee. I really need to pee now. I'm trying to hold the breath in because I really need to pee. It's like when you walk in an elevator when somebody farts. Right, I gotta go pee now. Is it a penalty? It's a penalty? It's a penalty! Oh my god, what did I miss? It's the magic piss. That's a penalty. That's a clear penalty. Who the hell takes this? Paredes? Paredes taking the penalty? Oh my fucking hell! Oh my fucking... broccolus! No, Paredes can't take penalties. Paredes... Look, I'm gonna clip this. Paredes is gonna skyrocket this. Couldn't be more convinced. But Paredes is gonna skyrocket this. Paredes against Magnan. Oh! He was about to skyrocket it, but he scores! 2-1. Come on, get back in this now. Get back in this. 20 minutes. I'm getting last season vibes here. I'm getting last minute vibes here. Last season vibes here. 2-0 to them, 2-1 to us. Last minute Tammy header. We get the point. We get the point. We get the point. At least we scored. At least we scored. First Paredes goal seems back. He scored in the World Cup. Yeah, means nothing though, mate. Doesn't cancel the fact that he's been terrible in these past games. But I get the point. I get the point. I get the point. I forgot he scored in that World Cup final. That's a classic Paredes penalty though. Skyrocks it in the middle. Lukaku changes side. Celik. Bove. Pour Renato Sanchez on. Is he even on the bench? Paredes changes side. He's not even on the bench. Renato. Llorente. What a shot. What a fine foot that was. Abdu says sell all the players and buy new players. Abdu, Abadi, Abada, Abdu, Abada, Abadi, Abada, Abdu, Abada, Abadi, Abada. Dabba-dee, dabba-da, abdoo. Bove heads it. Well, we're playing better now. I don't want to get hope because... Oh, that's a foul, ref! Piss off! Book him! Book the Viking! Book the blonde Viking! Abdoo, abdi, abda. If Paredes scores the free kick, give him the Ballon d'Or. Oh my god. Pellegrini or Paredes to take this. I swear it was closer towards the box though. I swear it was closer. That wasn't a bad free kick. Corner kick. Deflection on it. Deflection on it. Right. If you haven't already, do smash the like. Subscribe as always. Please do it. Maybe you can bring some good luck. We need it. We never get submerged by good luck. So maybe if you smash the like, we will. Corner kick. How Spinazzola's on the pitch, still on the pitch, is a mystery to me. Paredes. Cristante heads it. Pellegrini. Oh! We're building chances here. Leao gets this. He's got space now. He's got space here. By the way, I'm not sure if, in fact, depends on the age group here. But I grew up watching YouTube, and when I was younger, I watched. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people here know who they are. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of videos of the Ace family. And a few days ago, I came across this TikTok which said that they divorced. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, grade 6 me would be crying on the floor if you read that. I literally used to finish school, run back home to watch Austin McBroom and Catherine and their family film and YouTube videos. I cannot believe they divorced. I cannot believe that family divorced. It's got nothing to do with the game, and people don't even care. But it was such a surprise to me. I was internally crying. Loftus Cheek, wide. Theo Hernandez in. Zvilar the crocodile. Pellegrini goes, counter-attack. To be honest, Pellegrini has quite changed the game. Lukaku. Pellegrini shoots. Ooh, I'm liking Pellegrini, you know. He's changing the game. 15 minutes to go. It's not much. We can pull something from it, no doubt. Teo Hernandez has got space here. Pulisic. Llorente heads it, gives it to Pulisic though. Oh my god. Zvilor, a great save, but those are movements that you have to read. It was offside, it was offside. Shut up, Seymour, it was offside. Spina. Oh my god. Lukaku. Lukaku. Oh. It was offside. It was offside. Ah, it was offside. It was offside though. It was offside, Jose Sampaio. Rafa Leao off. Musa in. What's your big name? What's your name, big man? Not what's your big name, man. Simone. Why can't Pellegrini always play? He's not playing bad. He's not playing man of the match of the game. He's changed the game, no doubt. Man of the match today, or captain. If we equalise this game, I'm going to go crazy after going insane. Huijsen saved us there. Okafor was in. Bove. Hey. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Pellegrini. Wide. Zaleski again. Romelu stops it. Zaleski. Oh, it's that touch. It's that final touch. We're playing better than them. Would I say we deserve a draw? I don't know, because we played good in the first 10 minutes and in these last 15 minutes. Other than that, we've been terrible. I would be tempted to say that we deserve a draw, but I'd be happier to say it once we get it done. Zaleski again, proving why he can't cross the ball. Spinazzola. Ball doesn't go out though. Bove keeps it in. We're playing good now. We're playing good. Bove messes it up. Loftus-Cheek fouled, yellow card for Pellegrini. Main man, you're trying to be the main man here. Shut up a bit, okay? Musa. What a player Adley is. What a player. By the way, we only score on penalties lately. Our last goals have only been on penalties. Cremonese penalty, Atalanta penalty, today penalty. We don't know how to score on active play. We don't know how to do it. We're so reliant on penalties this season. Seymour, you're going to do the post-match review today? I'm going to do it tomorrow because, yeah, it's when the games are late at night and I'm not home alone, I can't do them. Oh, it's going to be 3-1. Fucking hell. You fucking idiots! You fucking idiots! Ah! All the hope gone, all the hope gone. Back in the graveyard. We're back in the tombstone. Fucking hell, man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. You know the worst part here is? The worst part is that we scored a goal and it gave me hope. The worst part was believing in us equalising, which kind of fired up a little bit of enthusiasm in your heart, and then all gone in the space of 10 minutes. All gone. Gone out of the window. That's the worst part. That's the worst part. The worst part is believing of having the means and powers to equalise this game after we scored the penalty. That's the worst thing. Because had this game ended 3-0, I would have been happier. Because I wouldn't have any expectations here. Our defense is atrocious. Our defense is atrocious. Our defense is like eating a soup and just at a certain stage having your mother convincing you to eat that broth, that vegetable broth at the end of a soup, kind of that like watered down spinach, this flavor thing. It's shit. It's shit. Our defense is shit. Oh, God me. Look, I'm going to tweet this because we played a bad game, but he needs credit. Pellegrini today, man of the match. believing in that 2-2 draw is what killed this game. It's what killed us believing in this game. It really is. It's so frustrating when you actually think you're gonna do it. Lukaku, bad. Again, Lukaku's had a bad performance, but what do you expect? What do people expect? Look at the service he gets, and then ask yourself a few questions. And yes, okay, he could have done better in a few attempts, which, by the way, were all offside. But the reason why he's not, the reason why he's not, the reason why he's not contributing is because the service sucks. And you know what? Dybala being injured every 2 weeks doesn't help. If I were Lukaku, I'd be pissed at Dybala. I've said this in a match preview. Dybala isn't injured. He's just a pussy who's not being able to play 2 games every month. Because every time he feels a little mistake in his muscle movement, he feels like he's got the rights to stay out for 2 games. That's not what you do. You're a professional player. I know you're fragile and you're injury prone, but you haven't torn your ACL. The medical checkups show that you're not injured. Stop being a wuss and start playing these games. And I love Paolo. He's their best player. You know, all of us shouting Paolo's name when he scores at the Olimpico. But the reality is that he needs to be more contributing in these games, even when he doesn't feel 100% fit. Be more like Mancini, be less like Korsdorp, Paolo, okay? Be more like Mancini and be less Rick Korsdorp, please. Don't start following that path of not caring, because otherwise, mate, you're gone in the summer too. Teo Hernandez out, Jimenez. And by the way, it had to be Teo Hernandez scoring. It had to be him. It had to be him. It had to be the little Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. That's who you are. The same attitude. Different hair color, but same attitude. Jimenez in. If it's 4-1, what the hell is that defending? He hit the post. What are we doing in defense? What are we doing in defense? For the love of God, what are we doing? Five minutes of added time. Just end the game. Simon, where do you think we'll be standing by the end of the season? I don't know, man. I don't want to answer that right now. If looking at the way we're playing right now and looking at these past records of games that we've played, not higher than 7th. But obviously, you know, we've got easier games. Other teams have got difficult games, so we can make. The one thing now is, I've said this and I'm going to repeat this again because it's massive. You cannot, by any means, think about making any slight mistake in any of the little games. Because we've decided for the risky path, and the risky path is don't win any big games, depend on little games. That being said, if you make a tiny mistake and end up losing or drawing and losing points in general in one of the little games, you are fucked. You're not going to get top four. You're not going to get Champions League football. You're not. And that's the final confirmation. Against Verona, win. Against Salernitana, win. Against Cagliari, win. Against Frosinone, win. Against Sassuolo, win. Otherwise, it's done. Because we don't win big games. So we've restricted ourselves on winning only little games and hoping that other big teams drop points. That's effectively what we're based ourselves on. It's very wrong to do that. Because we decide not to play in these big games. We played better, I can't say good football. We played better football today, no doubt. But ultimately, it's the result which counts. We lost 3-1. We were about to lose 4-1. Doesn't change anything. You know, there is something wrong at this football club, and I don't know what it is. I just can't tell what it is. There's a lot of things, but I just can't restrict it to one. Mate, following this rate, it's not even UEL we are coming, it's UECL we're coming. Zaleski, what is he doing? What is he doing? You know the word. The thing now is, which is, the fans are gonna protest more. A lot of fans are gonna turn against the manager and officially be Mourinho out after this performance. Not me, but a lot of fans, and I know as a matter of fact. And therefore, you delve deeper in a situation where you've got the fans and the team far apart. And that the empathy, yes, it will stay, but will it last long? Because we're now in a situation where the fans are going to keep on protesting until the next game. Full time. 3-1 Milan. I don't know where to move on. I don't know what the next stage is. The next stage is not losing the fans and not losing the players, because, you know, the second the manager starts losing the fans and starts losing the players in the locker room, it's done. We're going to take a deep breath and just more than ever compact each other, more than ever unite each other, because it's not looking good. Yes, this, end of the hard fixture calendar has come to an end, but now we've got a massive responsibility of capitalizing on every single game in the little with the little teams. The players aren't good enough. A lot of them aren't good enough. A lot of them don't care. Tactics are shit. We don't win big games. And at the time of speaking, the reality is I don't know where this ship is going, and I hope that this ship won't sink. Anyways, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow for with a match reaction, and maybe with more transfer news if there are gonna play, if there are gonna be any. We didn't play a bad game, but ultimately it's the result which counts. We lost 3-1, and it is what it is. We're 9th in the league, 8th in the league. Top 4 is not far, but it doesn't help losing all these games, especially against top contenders. Things need to change, and I'm sure things will change. You know, time will be needed, time will be key. But I'll talk to you soon, and we'll see how it goes. I've enjoyed it. Thank you all. You've all been legends. Talk to you soon. See you.